Welcome back, guys. In this video we are going to learn how to solve the OnSystemShellDredd machine from the Offsec Proving Ground display. So we have this IP address for the machine 192.168.53 and 130. So let's check whether we have normal connection with the IP address. We have ping coming in on 9.7 or 4 milliseconds. I guess it is working good. So we are going to start with an Nmap scan of the machine to identify it is open ports. So let's run our command nmap-a for aggressive scanning. It will scan the service versions, operating system, and also it will use default scripts of the nmap. And we are going to type in the IP address and -b- for scanning all ports on the machine. And then we are going to use T4 parameter to scan all the ports to make the scanning a little bit faster. It is a time template. It starts from T1 to T5. T5 is the fastest and the T4 is normal to use. So we are going to start the scan and let's see whether we can get the results. Actually, when you are using -a parameter, it makes a lot of noise and you can be detected in IDS or IPS programs. And we got the result in here. So we have two ports open. The first one is 21 and there is a VSFTPD 3.0.3 version running, and we can see anonymous FTP login is also allowed. And this is one of the vulnerabilities that we can use for hacking this machine. And we have another port open, which is 61,000, and there is an open SSH running in this port. So if we didn't scan all ports, we would not be able to see whether SSH is there or not. So let's take note of it. So we have open ports 21, which is FTP, and 6,000, and this is SSH. So we have two ports. As we don't have any credentials or any usernames for SSH, we are going to start with FTP. So let's clean the terminal and log into the FTP and our IP address in here. So we are going to type the username, which is anonymous, and actually it does not have any password, so I'm going to press enter. And we are inside FTP. And let's see whether any files in here, ls, but we cannot see anything. There may be hidden files, ls-la. And there is a hidden folder I can see from this place. This is a folder, Hanna folder cd.hanna, and we are in the folder. So let's see whether anything in here. There is an IDRSA file. If you are thinking about what is IDRSA, it is a file usually that contains SSH private keys, and if we have SSH private key, we can log into the user without providing the password. So I'm going to download this file with the get command in FTP, get IDRSA. And the file is successfully downloaded. I'm going to exit, and we have the file. And when we try to log in with this IDRSA, it gives error because the private key file should only have permission for the owner to read or write. So I'm going to change the permission, chmod 600 and the IDRSA file. So we set the permission and we have the private key, we know the IP address, we know the which port SSH is working, but we still don't know the username. We have two possible options, when I FTP again, anonymous. When we see here, this Hannah can be a username, and also there it can be the ID RSA file for the root user. So we are going to test with those two users, and if we cannot log in with them, we will find a way to find another user. So I'm going to exit and try SSH, and with the I parameter we can specify the ID RSA file, SSH-I ID RSA, and our possible username Hannah and the IP address. I'm gonna paste the IP address in here. Oh, we didn't specify the port. It was working on 61,000. I'm gonna specify the port with a -p and then the port number. And now we can successfully SSH in the machine as a HANA user. I'm gonna ls, and here we can see the local txt file, which contains the user flag cat local txt, and we got the flag. And now we should do privilege escalation. Let's check whether we can run sudo-l to see if we can run anything with sudo, but there is even sudo command not available in this system. Let's find setuid files. Setuids are the kind of files that has a +s permission, and any user can run those files with the permission of the owner. For example, if we find a file that has setuid bit on it and the owner is root, we can run it as root user even we are not in sudo group. So we are going to use the find command, and we are going to specify the slash, the root, to mean that we are going to search all the files in the whole system. And we are going to specify the type of something that we are searching. I'm going to specify F, which means file that we are looking for. And then we are going to specify the permission. We specify the permission as for the user if it has S permission, which is set UID bit, show us. But as we are a normal user, we don't have permission for all files in the system, so there can be errors like permission denied and other types. So I'm gonna redirect all the error messages to the dev null directory. So I'm gonna press enter and find out the specified setuid files. And there are a lot of available here, and when you are solving a machine that you have never solved, how you will find such sort of things? You would have to try each of those. Can I try, for example, GPSWD? No, it does not work. Can I try umount? No, it does not work. So if you try, and maybe one of them will work. If it does not work, you will search for other directories. You will search for misconfigured files with higher privileges, which you may have permission to edit, or any process that is working that can help you to do privilege escalation. Right now, CPU limit binary can help us to do privilege escalation. Let's check whether the owner is root or not. ls-la, and I will see that root is the owner of that file and it has set UID bit on it. So I'm going to search for a website which is called GTF Obins, which contains a lot of tricks to do privilege escalation. GTF Obins. I need to specify whether I'm a robot or not. Oh, I need to specify bosses. One, another boss. Okay, one more. Verify. Okay, I successfully proved that I'm a human being. So in this website, as you can see, gtfopens.github.io, it contains a lot of binaries, whether if you have pseudo privilege, how you can do privilege escalation with those commands. You can search all of them in here. I'm going to search for the CPU limit, and there are 3 ways of privilege escalation. Right now, we don't have any pseudo privilege, so I'm gonna try SUID, which means set UID bit. And I will copy this part to use because we don't need dot slash because CPU limit is not in the directory that we are in right now. It is running shell as a privileged user with the -p parameter. As such CPU limit binary is being run by root, the terminal is gonna be run by the root user. So we will get a root shell by executing this command. Let's come back to the terminal and paste the command. I'll press enter and we are successfully got the root user and we got the shell. Let's check who am I? I'm a root user. Where are we? We are still in the HANA folder. So to get the root flag, we need to go to the root directory. cd root and ls we can see the proof.txt file in here. Cat proof.txt. So we got the root flag also. So if we turn to our notes, so we identified users, HANA, and as usual, the root is available in here. And we found 3 vulnerabilities. The first one is FTP anonymous access, which should not be in here. And the second one, sensitive file disclosure, which means that we have ID RSA file that we can see in here, and we have misconfigured permission for the CPU limit binary. So if we didn't found these 3 vulnerabilities, we would not be able to hack this machine. Try it out yourself and share your thoughts on the comments. Let's see you in the other videos.